And so the enemy is very legalistic. So like if you're going and willfully sinning, right? The Bible talks about in Deuteronomy, there's a list of all these curses, right? So for example, like a curse is kind of like a contract. It's like, hey, like God, they went and did this, like, and they're accusing you. They're like, hey, like this person went and did this. They broke your law. They did wickedness. And then, so from a spiritual standpoint, it's like they're opening up that door through their willful sin, and then you see the list of all the different curses and consequences in Deuteronomy. If you willfully sin, these are the consequences. So it's like the demon is basically like a contract, like just going off a contract, is trying to get a legal right to do something against the person.
Bring a case before the judge, a legitimate case, and say, look at this.
Exactly. And that be the curse. So like a curse would be like when they open up a door, the person that's a Christian opens up a door through sin, and they don't know when they open that door how many demons are going to come in. Sometimes it might be nothing. So sometimes Christians don't get any demons, and they're doing all the sin, and they think they got it all okay, and then they might do something they don't think is that big of a deal, and then all of a sudden they get a bunch of demons, right? So it's not a formula, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the spiritual war, the enemy does sometimes target the most powerful kind of resistance to the enemy's scared, like he's scared of Christians, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes maybe a Christian isn't really a threat to his kingdom, but later on he might become a threat, if you know what I mean. So the enemy's strategizing his army, right? And so kind of thinking from a perspective, and then a person shouldn't be fearful, as in like paranoid, like they heard at the barber shop, like a
song that
it's the thing is, it comes down to like their heart, right? So like it's difference between being at the mall hearing a demonic song versus you going and spending your money, which is, and willfully buying this song, and in your heart, God's like, no, don't do that. And you're violating your conscience. You're going in, setting up time to listen to the whole album. That'd be, in contrast, there's a difference, if you know what I mean.
And to bring it back to equipping and encouraging people, talking about the legalities, when Christ died on the cross, his perfect sacrifice, his blood covers us.
Amen.
Now, so when we go to the courtroom, we can go before the judge and say, hey, Jesus took care of this already.